I'm making cherry compote today. Compote is something that they make over in Eastern Europe a fair amount. It's essentially just fruit infused water that's been sweetened. So, with that in mind, I take 1 gallon of hot water and I'll add 1.5 pounds of cherries to it. I don't have to pit them. The only thing that I have to do is remove their stems. And then I add 1 cup of sugar to it. If your preference is to have it less sweet, you can always do less than that too. Then I'll place this on the stove and I'll bring it to a boil. I always use a lid when I'm boiling my compote because I don't want to lose the liquid, because of course that's the big thing that I want in this case. And as soon as it comes to a boil, then I stop, and it's able to steep in the water while it's in the jars. So you just have to get it up nice and hot. This batch usually does 4 quarts worth. So the first thing that I'll do is I'll pull out my cherries because I want there to be approximately an equal amount of cherries in each jar. Sometimes there'll be a little bit of extra liquid left over, which is why I have that 5th jar there. In fact, I'm hoping that there will be some, just so that I can have a taste tester. I'll fill my quart-sized jars up to 1/4 of an inch of headspace, which is the space from the top of the food to the top of the jar. You can see the water is already turning a very pretty pink. It'll darken up even more over time. I got just a little bit too much in a couple of these, and so I'll pull that down to the level I need it, especially since I want to put in my mint. So I'll actually take it down to about 1/2 inch. Now this step is optional, but I like to put in 2 sprigs of mint in each jar. If you're planning on doing this, then you'll need to leave 1/2 of an inch of headspace as opposed to 1/4, just so you have room to tuck those in there. I like how the mint adds just a little bit of freshness to the flavor. I'll use a clean damp cloth to wipe off the rim of the jars, just so that it'll get a good seal. Then I'll place my lids and rings on until they're fingertip tight. I'm using Superb lids today, which is actually my new favorite. They have a really thick, spongy seal to them, as well as a corrosion-resistant coating on them, which helps because I put them in my root cellar, so I have to worry a little bit more about rust because of the high humidity in there. I have a link in my description below, as well as a 20% off coupon, so that helps a little bit. Now I'll process these in the boiling water bath for 20 minutes if at sea level. I'm at 1,200 feet, so I'll have to go for 25, but I won't start my timer until after it starts to boil. Now that the timer's gone off, I'll turn off the heat, remove the lid, and let it cool for 5 minutes. I'll place the jars on a heat-resistant surface about 1 to 2 inches apart so that they cool quickly. And then I'll leave them on the counter for 24 hours so that they can get a good seal. I can tell that they have a good seal if the center of the lid has depressed down. If it has, I'll remove the ring, wash the outside with hot soapy water, and store it in a cool, dry, dark location like my pantry, and use it in the next 1 to 3 years. If for some reason I have one that doesn't seal, I'll put it in the refrigerator and use it right away. Okay, so the taste test. This is kind of a fun one because you can eat it either warm or cold. I either like it, well, one or the other, really warm or really cold. At this point, this one's warm and it kind of has like this almost tea type quality to it. But I also like it served over ice. So it just depends on what season it is. If it's cold outside, I'll heat up my compote and I'll drink it like that. But if it's warm outside, then I really like it cold over ice.